Golf distance secrets for seniors and inflexible golfers. Are you losing distance off the tee? Struggling to get the ball out there and make this game easier? Well, in this next video I'm going to show you how to get more distance off the tee and play better golf. I'll see you soon. Hey, it's Troy from hittingitsolid.com here. So in this video I'm going to be talking about some great ways you can increase your distance off the tee. Maybe you're a senior golfer or you're not just as flexible as you once were and you can't make that full turn back and through and generate that power you need for extra distance. Maybe you've got an injury or there's some reason why your back or your shoulders just aren't as flexible and you're not able to really get your body to generate the power that you used to and squeeze out those extra yards off the tee. So coming up in this video I'm going to show you some great strategies and some techniques to squeeze out those extra yards. Let's get into it. Okay, let's look at some ways you can squeeze out that extra distance and make this game of golf easy. So first thing I want to go through is the position of your wrists and just making sure they're a lot more loose and soft on the golf club. Quite often, as you might be getting older or in an attempt to get more distance, we become very tight. We hold the club a bit tighter. Even at the top here, we're really trying to force the club down in an effort to get that extra distance. And what that actually does is it has quite the opposite effect. When you push down too hard or you have too much pressure against the grip of the club or the whole club like this, your swing gets into a lot of problems. You actually lose power. So a great way to practice this is, you can do this simply at home, is take a nice light grip and really feel like as you come to the top. Now I'm going to practice this just doing like a half swing or a 3/4 swing. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you don't have the flexibility of someone like a Rory McIlroy or any of the young players out there today who are able to make a big full shoulder turn like that and really get past that 90-degree mark, or at least to 90-degree. I'm going to assume that because of either your age or your flexibility or an injury, you're only able to sort of maybe come back to here somewhere, and that's perfectly okay because this is exactly what I'm going to be going into. So great way to practice this is take a nice light grip pressure, just light enough that you can really feel like it, really feel the weight of that head. And a real key to this is when you swing back, just letting those wrists hinge naturally, but very important on the way down, you let those wrists hinge naturally and cross over with that right one on top. And that will help you release the club head better and actually squeeze out more power because you're not pushing against the shaft, you're just letting the club head do the work it was designed to do. And that will help you get a little bit more speed. You only need to go back this far and get a little bit more power just by getting those wrists a little bit softer. You'll probably feel like you don't have control of the club head, but you will. That will help you squeeze out a few extra yards. Now, tying in with this, another really important thing, with that grip pressure being too tight and pushing down, quite often I see a lot of senior golfers in particular, when they finish through, they get into this awkward sort of chicken wing position here where both those arms end up bent post impact. So down towards the camera, it'll look somewhere like this with both those arms bent post impact. What you want to try to be doing, and this helps you increase your arc. So when you get into that chicken wing position like that, you actually decrease your arc. And what I mean by that is, your arc is that big circle that your swing takes. And if you decrease it like this post impact, you're losing speed and power. And you don't need to be super flexible to do this. You can simply take a little half swing, and when you swing through, just make sure those arms are straight. Try and get them further away from your body as comfortably possible, like so. And you're giving your swing the most arc you can do for yourself and generate that bit more power. So that's a couple little things to start with. Nice supple wrists there holding the club. And just letting it cross over and getting full extension past the golf ball. Okay, let's look at some more golf distance secrets for seniors and inflexible golfers. So these are some of my favourite ones here. So this all starts with your setup. As you're set up to a shot like this, are really key to help you get that little bit of extra rotation. It's making sure that right foot is flared out to the right, so pointing out a little bit in this direction here, close to 45 degrees. A lot of golfers get stuck in their setup where they have their feet pointing virtually straight ahead. And what that does is it really inhibits your ability to get your hips to turn and get a bigger rotation. And particularly if you're an older golfer or you have flexibility issues due to an injury, flaring that right foot out, you can flare the left out, but the right foot's really important for a right-handed golfer. Flare that out, and that just helps you. You can practice this. That just helps you turn so much easier, whereas this, I can really feel that right around this area here, right in my ribs. It's a lot more difficult to get a turn. So flare that right foot out. That makes it much, much easier to get a bigger turn. And a bigger turn means more power. Now, the other thing I like to do is, as I've got my position here, I like to lift up that lead foot. This is something that's been done by Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus in their later years. Even some pros today are doing it. Molinari, Bubba Watson. There's a few out there that are actually doing it. And what it helps you do, it helps you again get a bigger turn and a bigger rotation. That's more power. This is great if you've got any sort of back issues or shoulder issues. So what we're going to do, as we go back, we just lift it up. Just lift that left foot off the ground. I'll show you it from this angle. It just makes it stops the hips inhibiting you from turning even further and helps you get a bigger turn. Just lifting that left foot off the ground. So don't be afraid to do that. Practice that at home. That really does work. Now, the final thing I want to show you, to really squeeze out those extra yards. This works fantastically well. I still use this today. At your setup, I'll show you this from a couple of different angles. This right foot, bring it back a few inches at least towards you. So if I'm set up normally like this, drop it back just a few inches back behind you, flare it out a bit. And what that does is it enables you again to get a better turn, which will lead to that more power. This works so effectively well. It's absolutely brilliant. You can see there, I've got that leg drop back. It just makes it so much easier to make a bigger turn and get more power in your swing just by making that little change. So from this angle, see, I've just dropped it back. A really simple way of getting that lot more better rotation and more power, and this one works fantastically well. Don't be afraid to do this during your round. Now, the important thing to note is if you do drop that right foot back, it will get your alignment aiming a little bit to the right, so you probably need to just allow for that in your alignment. So just make sure, you'll see as soon as I do that, my hips will start pointing a little bit right, and so will my shoulders. So just need to be aware of that on the course, so that wherever you're aiming for at your target, be aware that you're now aiming a little bit right. But the good news with that is by closing that stance, dropping that right leg back, you'll get a bigger turn. Even though you will be aiming a little bit more right, it will encourage a draw, which means you're more likely to curve it from right to left and get more overspin and more roll, which means more distance. Give that a shot. That really works well. Drop a comment down below if you've tried any of these drills to squeeze out more distance in your golf game. Maybe you've tried something else that works really effectively. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will reply to every comment. There you have it. Now you have golf distance secrets for seniors and inflexible golfers. And you can go out to the golf course and start getting that extra yardage and making the game of golf much easier. Now, very important, before you go, right above this video, I have a couple of additional videos that talk about getting more power in your golf swing, and depending on, again, your flexibility in that will really help you out. So make sure you check those out right above. Now, below this video, I'll have a free link to my 100% free video. It's called 3 Secret Moves. Make sure you click on that, get a hold of that. There'll be another link to some additional golf instruction. Make sure you click on that, get a hold of that. If you have any questions or comments, anything about this video or another video or a video that you'd like to see me make, pop those down below. I will reply to every single one of you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.